Welcome to the Marvin Pierce Dog Teacher Podcast, where we discuss various dog training topics to help you become the best leader for your dog. Marvin Pierce has over 20 years of experience with obedience training for dogs located in the Sherwood, Oregon area. Offering private lessons and group clinics, the dog teacher has been able to change the lives of dog owners by helping them develop and maintain an obedient dog. For more information, contact us at marvinpiercedogteacher.com.
Yes, tonight, Scarlett, Bianca's little sister. She lives over on the coast somewhere.
Don't blame it on Scout. Scout didn't do it.
Huh?
She's blaming it on my dog.
Oh, she just come over to hang out with us for a day or two. Well, with Bianca.
If Scout wasn't here, then we wouldn't have brushed him for an hour.
That's true.
So, one of the subjects tonight I'd like to talk about is, we made a couple TikTok videos, right? On dogs that mouth on people or something.
Yeah, I posted one of them.
Try to stir the pot a little bit.
Are we live?
Yeah. Can you hear us breathing?
Oh, I found it.
Yes, I
So,
can.
one of the subjects that I'd like to... Bianca's playing live video while we're on live video.
You not believe that we were live? Smack her in the back of the head.
Oh, they're no good. Just hurt your hand. But we are going to talk dogs tonight, not just kids. And for me, I think one of the topics is like, we post some real quick little 5 or 8 second videos on training tips and stuff. And normally the tips, if you go to YouTube, you can find a video there to help you with that problem. But I don't know. One of the things that never amazes me is people's dogs that jump on them and they talk to them and tell them why they can't do it. And then they wonder why they keep doing it. I feel there's no kind of consequences for a bad behavior, an unwanted behavior, unwelcome behavior, whatever behavior you call it. It's still, there's no kind of consequences. And it's fun today. We done a lesson with a 3-year-old lab that the only thing they really want to work on is recall and with electric collar. And we worked with it in a round pen and we went out in the field. We had other dogs and stuff out there and working on recall. And I mean, one lesson, 45 minutes, that dog was coming pretty decent out in the field. But it's because they had a really nice dog to start with. It didn't jump all over you. It didn't mouth on you. It didn't drag you down on a leash. And it came to you sometimes, just not all the time. And they wanted it to come more often than not. And so we're going to do some lessons with it. But I think a lot of times that people try to talk a dog into doing something right instead of teaching them how.
I think it's really hard for people to believe that their dogs don't understand them when they speak English.
I know, people don't even understand me when I speak English. Even people who speak English and understand English still don't understand me. So can you imagine what the dog has to go through with trying to guess what people want?
I know.
Even today at the park, I told everybody to leave in 2 groups. One go right, one go left. And Chris even said, we're going to meet back down here, right? And I said, yeah. And so I stood down there for a while, and I'm like, you know what? I bet they're all up there playing in the sandbox.
I'm going to back it up.
So I went on up to the, went around the corner, went up there, and they was all walking circles and squares. I was like, I might as well go on up there. I seen Chris and his dog jumping on a rock.
One other thing you said was don't look to Bianca for directions, because I never listen at the park. I'm always paying attention to our surroundings. I'm working on my dog.
Excuses.
I'm not listening to Marvin. Absolutely not. But hang on. We get to the top of the hill, and they're all like, Bianca, what are we doing? Like, the one direction I heard was don't listen to me.
I know. And people...
I don't know what we're doing. I'm following you all.
And Chris even knew. And I asked Chris, I said, hey, Chris, who did I give instructions to? And he's like... Well,
he said we're supposed to go back down the hill, but then they saw you coming up, and they were like,
yeah, right.
That was a trick, though.
We were all
going to head down the hill, but then you were heading up the hill.
I said y'all
so
you
set us up.
No, I did not set no one up.
Yeah, you
They
did.
were walking squares when I seen them. I knew they were lost. I might as well go up there.
If you've been to the walk in town,
them.
you know it's just a headache to go on a walk in town with Marvin.
Yeah, it's really hard to follow instructions.
It's like, go weave around that tree, and there's like 47 different trees, and he's like, that one.
Not true at
that
all.
one. And really, he meant this one.
I can draw an X, a square, and a circle and tell him to get in the circle.
I'm going to make you bring,
like,
breadcrumbs and demonstrate with the breadcrumbs how to do it. And then maybe we'll have an opportunity
Somebody's dog will eat them all on the way by.
Yeah, that's true.
So a stray dog will come by and they'll be gone.
That could be an added challenge. We can drop treats on the ground. You have to walk by the treats
like,
and make
what's your name? What's that show on TV? Well, you're probably too young, but they left.
I don't know.
I know the name. They left all the breadcrumbs so they could find their way back home.
Little Red Riding Hood?
Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, there you
go.
Good job.
I don't know.
Job.
Werewolf, Big Bad Witch. I don't know. What's the difference?
But this is what I put up with Bianca all the time. She forgets, don't hear because she don't listen. Dogs, they listen, they just don't understand because people talk weird language, English. So, Bianca, what's your subject? Brett, who's on here?
I'm gonna throw Rodney Corbin. He says, "Hey Marvin,
hey
I
Rodney,
got your message about hosting a dog training session here in Toledo, Washington."
Yeah, we're trying to decide what we want to do.
Well, yeah, we have kind of a lower attendance than we would like, so there's a chance that we will ask if you can do.
Have you got anybody else that wants to come this weekend?
Yeah, if
Rodney?
you could post it on your page and see if you have some more attendees. If we get enough, then we'll do it this Sunday. But if we don't get as many as we'd like, then we'll postpone it a few weeks, which would mean we'll probably be doing it in the not so nice weather, which Marvin has a hard time with.
I don't want to be in the rain all freaking day. We could do it here, but we want to do one up that way.
Well, yeah, we really want to do one there. Yeah,
and I don't mind going in the rain because I don't think it'll be that cold and that bad.
Maybe Rodney has a covered area so we can work some outside and some under a roof.
So just let us know, Rodney, what you have there.
And if you have any friends that want to do it, because ideally we'd get a few more.
Share a post like Bianca said on your page. Ask some friends to share it, and because we've always got people up that way wanting us to come and do one, but we just never do really have anybody to host one for us or have that spot. I used to go up there to Richfield all the time and do dog demos, and people always wanted me to come up there and do clinics, but I never. Back then, I didn't have a staff like I do now, so excuse me, it was me doing all of this stuff, and I just didn't have time between building a fence and catching cows and training dogs.
Yeah.
So, but like Bianca said, if we change our mind on this weekend, 3 Sundays from now is when we plan on coming up here because we got a big clinic here a weekend after this, so we can't come then. But then if you got any good questions or topics you'd like us to discuss, let us know. I think that
I want to talk about. Go ahead. You have.
The other day, someone said that I was. What was I? Rude or
aggressive?
Aggressive over
and intimidating.
Intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anybody's coming to the freaking cookie park to eat cookies and donuts and me pat them on the back.
I got some cookies right here.
Yeah, we do. We have cookies and something else. I can't say what is, but we. And I don't ever feel to be overbearing, aggressive, rude, whatever, and I try not to be. I mean, I bite my tongue sometimes just to not say what I think, and I feel pretty proud of myself for that. And I know Bianca and, I don't know, 99 other people out of 20,000 don't agree with me. They think I'm being, like, overbearing or too blunt or to the point or... I don't pat somebody on the back enough times for.
I don't know because I feel like we talked about.
As bad as me now.
I know the other day I felt like I was worse than you, but the people accepted it.
They did because you're a girl, you're a woman.
I don't think that has anything to do with it. I
You're
think
5 foot
it's
tall.
like we play like the lottery with meet and greets because you can read the description, but you have no idea what kind of person is getting out of the car. You know,
and you know me, I feel that I do so much better than I did even 3 or 4 or 5 years ago with people.
I feel like you have a lot more patience.
But it's hard to be patient sometimes.
Well, and especially when for 30 years you haven't had any of the problems that people are having. But it's, I think I said it out loud in a consultation with those 2 younger kids the other day. Because we couldn't get to the point where we were talking about what was wrong with the dog. And I just said the consultations are really hard because it's like people feel like it'd be like going to a marriage counselor and me saying everything that's great about Brett. It's like, that's not why we're here. Not saying that we're going to a marriage counselor, but like that would not help us if we were.
Well, I know, and that's the thing.
But I don't want to go and talk smack about Brett, and that's how people are with their dog. They don't want to come
talk
and
smack
say
about their dog because their dog don't care. Their dog's like, help me, Marvin.
But it's not even. They're not even afraid their dog's going to hear them. They're afraid we're going to think poorly of their dog. And the thing is like, we should have something that tells people on our front door, like, we know your dog is cool.
Yeah. And the other day you said, let's set up one of those lie detector tests, you know?
Yeah.
And then we could ask the question. And I'm telling you what, it would break it all the time. Because here recently I had somebody, and I was like, I don't know, it's like, you know, it's going to get dark tonight, and I got like 9 lessons left, and I'd really like to work with the dog some, but I really like to find out more about the dog.
Right.
And so I asked it, and I said, okay. I said, what made you finally come in?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know, last year, I said, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Something happened recently that triggered it.
Yeah.
4 or 5-year-old dog, whatever.
Yeah.
Something triggered it right now, and we got to go see Marvin.
Yeah.
Because they've been other places, and it didn't work for whatever reason, and I don't know where they went, doesn't even matter. But it's like, why are you here today? What brought you here? Something changed. And that's that way with a lot of things, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, vehicles. Why are you at the shop? Because it broke.
Right.
You know, it's been rattling for 3 months, and it finally freaking broke.
Yeah.
So I brought it to, the wrecker brought it to the shop. Yeah. And it's the same thing with the dog. Why are you here? Well, it finally bit someone, or well, it finally bit my bike tire and blew the tire out, or whatever. Chased a cat through the house and turned over my favorite plant. There's some kind of reason that the people showed up. And I was out there the other day, and you were doing a meet and greet, and you were so freaking rude. It's like, holy shit. I can't even believe she just said this, and the people are still here, and they're coming back. If I would have said something, they would have been like, they would have left.
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't have went through the tunnel. They would have just went through the back gate.
Yeah. Huh? It was fun for them.
But if I'd have said that,
but it's like, I don't know. It has so much to do with the people who come in and where their own personal confidence level is.
And some people come, and I tell people every time, I'm like, you know, you're here, have fun.
Yeah.
Let us worry.
Yeah.
Just have fun when you're here and try to learn something.
And
today I felt bad with the lady with the lab. I went in the office and I said, hey, you can board and train your lab if you want. And she's like, well, I said, no, you don't need to. But I said, I never gave you that option.
Because she was handy.
Yeah, because you can. But that's her other dog. I think she'll go board and train it someday.
I think she'll do private
but
lessons.
The lab didn't really need to be because it just needed a recall. Yeah. That'd be pretty easy. So, Brett, you got anything?
Yeah.
Rodney says that he is going to try to drum up some interest.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Cool.
And then
thanks, Rodney.
Gary Simmons says maybe you should be known as Portland dog owner obedience teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish there was we need a shirt to wear that says we're not here to make you feel like crap about what you've done wrong.
Yeah.
We want to help you. But man, the people that get out of the car, like that lady today with the worst dog we've had this week, in my opinion. I didn't meet the other one, but the little one, that dog was bad.
That's always the mean ones.
But she flipped open the car door and she's like, where did I even start? I haven't followed through on anything. I don't know what to do to make him be good. He stresses me out every day. He runs the whole house. All 3 of my dogs don't really behave. She just threw it all out there and she wasn't embarrassed. Yeah. But for her in life in general, I think she's probably pretty high confidence. Yeah. I think my first lesson with you, I was just quiet, nodding my head, saying okay, and then I cried in the car. But my confidence has gone up a little bit since then. Yeah,
and it's true for me with the dogs, you know. It's just like our walk up in town today. It was so fun because there was a lot of bad dogs there. Mm-hmm. Were bad. Now they're all cool.
Yeah.
It was just fun to see the people's confidence levels today. Yeah. I mean, even Maggie, she was so much more confident.
Yeah, way better today. Yeah.
And so it just
and
made
her dog did
it
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made it fun, but her dog was here for 2 or 3 days and got to run out with a pack and hang out with a bunch of different people handling her. And I think a lot of that stuff really helps dogs.
I really think you need to just get out more. Like, if you and your dog only hang out at home and you only walk your dog on your street. Well, you said that one guy told you if you think your dog is doing really good, take
go
it
somewhere
else.
Always.
And that happened to me with Rebel when I went to the COVID.
Yeah, and it does. I mean, it's just crazy how much difference. And you can, for me, the thing is, people, they're like, well, my dog's really good, and I go somewhere that's really good, and somebody comes over to my house and wants to kill them. I'm like, maybe make the mortgage payment on your place. You know?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, I don't think that. And I'm like, well, maybe you don't own it, so then he should be good if he's at your place. And they're like, well, but he's not. And it's like, well, I think that you still go back to the same thing. The dog gets confused on who makes mortgage payments.
Right, yeah.
Brett, you guys ready before I fall asleep?
No, not yet.
Man, we need something tonight, or we're going to bail out here early and go turn dogs out.
Okay, so I want to touch how overexcited dogs can unpredictably get into trouble. A dog that's never been in a dog fight, a dog that's never lunged and growled, a dog that's never tried to bite a person, gotten along with dogs, socialized with dogs, but gets overexcited and pulls on the leash and is not calm and collected.
You want to talk about it, or you want me to talk about it?
We could both talk about it.
Well, I think that goes back to the dogs that pee all over themselves when they see somebody.
Right.
That's
an
way
example of one.
overexcited.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've had dogs people had that done that, and the vet told them, come see me. And I've stopped it. I don't even know how many dogs over the years.
Yeah.
And all it is they're not controlling themselves, but the owners is not making them control themselves.
Right.
The other day, I don't remember what dog it was. Somebody came here and picked it up. My dog was pissed. I had to go get a towel and some whatever kennel salt to spray. And I don't remember who was standing there by me, one of the grandkids or something. And they're like, oh, it's peeing here, and it's peeing here, and the person was trying to get a leash on it. It's like, damn, just make it quit peeing. And it probably 8 places right there in front of the laundry room that I had to spray and wipe with a towel.
Yeah.
And it's all unnecessary in my world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all it is just make them quit, you know.
Right.
And normally the person's like all giggly and asking them to quit, and
Talking
the
to
dog
them,
just keeps
touching
peeing,
them.
petting them and touching them and telling them it's okay, quit, and they're going to go home. And that's what caused it, because the dogs don't do it when they're here with us.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, now we get boarding trained dogs that come in that do it a lot.
Right. Maverick was hard to get to quit.
And then we get them to quit.
Yeah.
One of those dogs the other day peed in this kennel, and I went to get him out, and it really just shocked me. Or it had no reason. All I did was open the gate, but he was just so excited to come out of there.
Yeah.
He peed all over himself, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like some of the dogs that peed for 5 minutes. And
Right.
I still think that these dogs that are so overexcited, like you said, is human error. We keep talking to them, touching them, petting them. Somewhere on the internet, I'm sure it says give them more affection and attention, more treats, but I don't feel that it works that way.
Yeah.
I feel people need to not touch them, don't talk to them, don't stare at them.
Yeah.
You know, just make them settle down.
Yeah.
And before you do anything with them.
Right.
And you start this stuff at home.
Yeah.
You know, not out in public.
Yeah.
If you can't do this stuff, and like I tell people, if you can't get your dog to heel on a leash in your house or outside your house, your backyard, there's probably no need to hit the streets.
Right.
Because you're probably not going to win. So, Bianca, you want to touch on this?
So one of the things I feel is that we call them excuses, but there's always a reason, usually, that people have that the dog is overexcited, and then I think that most people don't know that they can stop that behavior and teach the dog to be calm right off the bat. Rather than, like, I gave a customer I worked with the other night kind of a challenge that, hey, I'm going to meet you out in the parking lot your next lesson, which I think is tomorrow. And, like, you have the ability and the skills and a nice enough dog that you can get your dog to stop whatever she's doing right out of the car. And so try that, rather than just accepting them being crazy from getting out of the car, going through the barn, getting to the round pen, being crazy, and then, okay, now I'm going to train on her.
And I tell people that constantly. You know, when you get out of the house, you should make your dog behave. When you get in your car, you should make your dog behave. When you get out anywhere, here or Walmart or Home Depot or Wilco, your dog should behave when you get them out of the car.
And if your dog gets too excited to go into Wilco because you buy it a toy or treats when you go to Wilco, maybe you should circle the parking lot a few times before you go into Wilco.
Well, and don't buy no treats and
I know, I'm just talking
toys.
But I mean,
if
you have a dog that's excited to, like, Scout gets excited to go to the vineyard because he usually gets Schmeenet Schmutter out of the cupboard. And so he gets excited to go there. But sometimes I'll sit in the car for a few minutes and be like, dude, you gotta chill out. We're not even gonna get out until you stop acting a fool.
And you probably tell him that too.
Yeah, I do.
Read your dog a book.
Yeah.
You know, I went in Wilco one time with a dog I was doing a lesson, and one of the little girls like, "Oh, can I give your dog a treat?" And I'm like, "Don't even pull that treat out." They're like, "Okay." I was like, "Oh shit!" I'd have thrown the treat at him if they gave it to me. It's just those.
You know what? I sometimes will take the treats and then I stick it in my pocket.
And you probably eat them later too. No, I used to take them once in a while at the bank or something, you know.
Yeah.
But my dogs was in the back of my truck anyway, chained up, not in a dog box.
Yeah.
But they'd give me a treat. And sometimes I'd just throw it over the side of the truck bed. If it lands in there, they can reach it, they'll eat it, but they'll stare at it.
Sometimes I'd get one at the coffee stand before, and I would try to chuck it back to Scout, and I'd miss, and then the whole car ride, he'd be like, it's over that seat. I can see it. Yeah.
But I just don't think that...
But, like, the reason I would have them give me them at Wilco is because Scout had a bad habit, because I used to always let him get a treat of being rude. And so I would just make him sit, let them put the treat on the counter, make him behave, put my treat in my pocket, and then go. And so he had to, like, learn it's not all about you, dude, when we're at the checkout line and at Wilco, and he learned.
Yeah. And the banks, I mean, the coffee places, I don't know even who all gets dog treats, but they, I don't know.
Sometimes we would be in the line for the coffee stand, and I could hear the dog on the other side in line.
Oh, yeah, waiting for his treat.
Oh, my God, that dog is losing its mind. And it's just, if it could say words, it's like, give me my treat!
Yeah.
Hurry up!
I'm here.
You got 2 comments here. You got one from Nancy McCann. She said, the difference in the difficult dogs was huge, and you could see the change in the confidence in the owners. Great walk today.
I'm so glad that we do that walk for that reason.
It was. Jackson, that's so good. That dog's so cool
He
now.
did do really good.
I remember when I met him, he wasn't so cool. But
Cookie was like aggravating him too, and he was like, whatever, dude.
She probably done pretty good by the time we're done.
Hour
Carrie
later.
said she does not one other pup. How'd y'all end up conning her off with
She
it?
literally, the first 15 minutes of the walk was like... just,
how did you get Carrie to take it?
She asked. She said, that
She probably
puppy's...
won't do
Well,
that
no,
no
she
more.
said, that puppy's so cute. I said, you want to trade? She said, yeah. I was like, okay, I'll take Toby.
If you have to, I'll trade you for that good dog of yours. So, Brett, what
I don't know
else
if
you
she
got?
missed the part where my sister pawned her off to me because she was too crazy. She had her behaving really well in the round pen, so I think Scarlett got a little confident and was like, yeah, that's what I'm taking.
There's a difference between confidence and cocky, right?
Yeah, there is.
Brett, what did you say he had?
Diana Smith says, I have a dog that has super anxiety withdrawals when someone leaves.
When
What?
when anyone leaves or when her owners
So
leave?
tell us about your dog. What
Yeah.
breed and age?
What age? What breed? How long
What
have you
sex?
had
Is
it?
it neuter, spayed?
Yeah, what color?
Yeah. We just want some information.
Carrie says, I did good. Laugh out loud.
You know, Carrie trooped it.
She did good. too.
She
That's not
she
good.
traded back by the time she had fixed it, so then Cookie was like
it wasn't so
walking at my
bad, yeah.
side, and it was pretty good.
Carrie
Yeah,
fixed it, give you the pup to
Yeah.
the dog.
I had another topic.
And then
for
she
tonight.
had war with her dog.
Yeah,
And that's the thing for me always. And I learned, I don't even know, 18, 20 years ago, I had a dog named Angus. And he was cool. I mean, he walked by my leg or walked behind me, whatever. And never put a leash on that dog. Didn't even need a leash on him. And we went to California to a big dog trial and stuff. And the first thing they did when you sign in, I was trialing there, they give me a leash and a collar. And they said, this has to be on your dog the whole time you're here when you're not working. That big dog dragged me for 3 days. I'm
Really?
like, oh, bad. Oh, man, I was so pissed. I wanted to just leave and go home. And So I learned after that to at least train all my dogs, because I don't need a damn leash on a dog. But man alive, I tell you what, and that's Carrie's wasn't near that bad day, but he did pull on.
Because she never needs a leash.
Yeah, she don't need a leash, so she don't use a leash. So you should have a leash, and you should always leash train your dogs. And I'd like to do more intense videos on leash training, you know. And we have done some. Have you posted some of the ones that we posted them with leash training on dogs?
We've got a couple up there, yeah. Shorter ones.
Yeah, we've been doing some, I think. And
well, if you're talking about the ones that we've been doing, like on Tuesday mornings, those ones aren't completed yet.
Those are ones
yeah.
They're not up
yet.
No.
But we've done a lot of them, and you know, like today, I told everybody, and I don't even think nobody understood me or heard me.
I wasn't listening.
I said, "Hey, I'm going to do a leash, teach dog how to heel on a leash." So I said, "It's kind of new," and everybody just watched. Like, been showing y'all for 4 years. Everybody act like it was just something new, man. Marvin's going to teach us how to get a dog to heel. It's like, I show you 5 times every week. And it was like there's a brand new training coming out today. That's what I should name my video. I should just make the same video.
Every day.
Well, just make the same video and then make a copy of it for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then sell a copy of it each day, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know. Half people don't even watch. They just throw it in the corner.
Maybe we
like
should just do
a
a leash training clinic. Like just 4 hours of leash work.
You know, it'd be...
in the city.
Huh?
A lot of people live in the city and they're always walking dog.
Well, people always... Not always, but they're supposed to always have them on a leash. And that's one of the things I feel with our off-leash training is so cool because even, what's her name with... that was here last night, helped turn dogs out. Denali.
Oh, yeah.
She said she was somewhere the other day and some guy had 2 or 3 dogs off leash. And Denali got along. They ran and played.
Oh, yeah. Mary S. Young. Yeah, Park.
So that's pretty fun. And I don't market or advertise it because you're not supposed to have any dogs off leash.
Well, no, the park you go to, there's a beach section that is an off-leash exercise area. There's a few parks like that have an off-leash exercise area. Like Shampooey Park has that.
Yes.
Where it's legal for you to have your dog off-leash, yeah.
But it's really cool when you can meet other dogs with people. Because this guy told her that his dogs were well behaved, so she let her dog play
She
with
said
them.
she observed them for a while, too, and they really
fun,
were...
You know?
Well behaved.
For me, I think it's just a great time when you can take your dogs out and let them run and play with other dogs, and you can stand around and talk to somebody and have a conversation, and not have to worry about your dog every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You should observe your dog, but
We got a good amount to catch up to.
Oh, okay.
We got... Oh, why is it frozen here? All right. Nancy said, Scarlett did a great job.
Oh, my sister.
Yep.
I was thinking the dog. I was like, Scarlett wasn't there.
Diana messaged back and said, when anyone leaves, she will dig in her cage for 5 minutes or take a toy and wrestle with it.
When anyone leaves.
But what is the dog?
What kind of dog?
How old is it? They probably didn't hear our questions.
I don't think they did.
How old is the dog? Diane, how old is the dog?
And what breed is it?
What
I mean,
breed is
just
it?
for
And
the
how
fun
long
of it.
have you owned it? Yeah.
Okay, then you got Hugh Pinland said, sorry I could not make the walk today. Anytime Boo gets excited, no matter what, no matter where we are, I get him to sit until he calms down. Fortunately, he doesn't do that very often.
Yeah, and I was talking about you today.
I was talking to Gail last night a little bit about having your dog sit and stay when it gets in trouble. Some dogs, you can do that. You can have them just sit and stay for a little bit. Other dogs, sometimes, like Chance, if you let him sit and stay and stare and fixate, he gets in trouble with the owners.
Yes.
Sometimes it's better to just turn the corner and go on a little
Yeah,
walk.
move them, walk and stop them.
Don't let them fixate. Because some dogs will sit and stay and they're like, okay, I'm going to be good.
Yeah.
Other dogs are like physically sitting, but they're mentally running towards that dog.
Yes. And it makes it really hard for people sometimes to decide which way to do it. And me, I've always said, if what you're doing ain't working, do something different.
Yeah.
If you set that dog and he's getting in trouble, make him stand up, lay down, turn around, or
Yeah.
do something with him. You know? And,
Yeah.
it's fun for me to see today she corrected that Chance dog when that big doodle came by before Chance ever made a mistake.
She did.
And
And then
she
there was
never had
no
no
issue.
trouble.
I know. Yep, I saw that.
And that's the
Yeah.
fun thing about it is seeing that coming, you know, and
Yeah.
and just really fixing it before it ever happens. And,
Yeah.
and you can always correct your dog because she didn't yank on her dog.
No.
She just touched her leash a couple times. her dog broke its concentration on the other dog and behaved, and the other dog even pulled towards Chance.
Yeah.
And Chance still behaved, so
Yeah.
that was pretty fun to see. So, Brett, you got anything?
Yes. That app just crashed on my phone.
So I must be wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Brett suggesting.
It says it's still alive, but it's not on my phone, so I'm confused.
We're not live?
Apparently not. It just cut out on me.
Oh.
Give me a
Well,
second
I'm not
here.
serving dessert till it's live.
It's probably Scarlett done something, your sister.
She's in there sucking on something and watching TV.
Oh.
We're watching
No, I think it was just the app.
Family
It
Feud.
just crashed on me,
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh?
It's just the app.
Okay, we're live again.
Yeah, we're live.
Our live again.
We're
I
back.
didn't know we left. But
So do
Brett
we
said
lose all of our questions, or can we go
No,
back?
I still got
okay.
them here.
Okay.
So, you got Diana says, or actually, Ann Driver says, howdy, Marvin.
Hey, Ann.
Hey.
How are you?
Diana Smith says, so I need to make an appointment and go Portland to your training, so I guess I need to have somebody send me some. Blue Healer 3 next month.
Oh, they're so
Thanks, John.
fun.
That's Marvin's favorite answer when someone says it's a healer.
And where do you live? Where does she live? Brett?
Good question.
You know, we had that little dog when she opened the car door. We talked for quite a while, and the whole time the dog was just like wide-eyed, staring at the lady,
Oh,
shaking
Yorkie?
and whining. Like it looked like it's addicted to sugar, and it was staring at a 50-pound bag of sugar, and it was like, gosh, I just can't wait to get out of here and have some
Little
of that
Yorkie?
sugar. Yeah, yeah. And she's like, he just stares at me all the time, follows me around the house all the time, and I said, I think in this dog's mind, he literally does not even know how to, like, breathe without you.
Yorkies are terrible.
I know.
I'm saying that in a
He
good
was
way.
so feisty.
I've seen him out there want to eat that lab.
That's good.
We've been talking about separation anxiety a lot lately. And there was a lady the other day that said she can't go to the grocery store. She can't go anywhere without... She can't go check the mail without her dog. And that dog wasn't bred to have separation anxiety. The human never leaves it. Ever. Never practices leaving it. Probably
Do you
doesn't
ever
put
see
it in a
people with
crate very
separation
often.
anxiety?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, to me, and I talk a lot about people with separation anxiety that just can't imagine being away from their partner or whoever it may be. And people who make mistakes. I don't remember, I was talking today about one of them. I can't remember what it was now, but if a person does it wrong, they just can't get over it. The dog can. Mm-hmm. And that's the hard thing for people to understand. You look at Tommy now. Mm-hmm. That dog was so good today. I mean, it was just unreal how much better
That's
he
a
gets
great
every
example.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, when we first met that dog, we got videos somewhere, I think. Or no, well, I don't know if we had the videos when he was lunging at me and wanting to try to eat me. And Mariah tried to walk a dog over there to Tommy's owner. And I was holding Tommy, and he was trying to get to me and to them and everybody else. And
That's Diana right now.
Oh, that's funny. She's calling us.
that stuff is fixable, you know? More so with a dog and the right trainer than it is with a human and the right psychiatrist, I think. People ask me about behavioralists for dogs. Mm-hmm. Am I one? I'm like, I don't know for sure what they are. I didn't go to school. I'm not a veterinarian, but I've worked with probably a few thousand dogs over the years for the last 30 years. And I think I'm a pretty good judge of dog characters and people with a dog. I told people today that if I didn't think I could help them and their dog, I would tell them I'm not taking their money and wasting my time and hers. And I don't think all people are that way.
Yeah.
In any profession, no matter what it is. most of the time, in most businesses, someone has to pay you to learn. Whether it's an excavator, a dozer, carpenter, fence builder, dog trainer, horseshoer. People are paying you, expecting you sometimes to know what you're doing when you really don't. You're winging it till you learn. I feel that's the funny thing about me. People talk about they're certified and they're 19 years old and they went to trainer for 6 months and got certified. I never got certified, but I've trained dogs for 30 years, and now I decided to hang my shingle up and be a dog trainer professionally, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lot of difference. I'm not knocking anyway you get to be one. I mean, everybody got to start somewhere. But I think with separation anxiety, it's so hard on people. Even the people trying to fix the dog, it's hard on them. Where me, it's not, because I understand the dog and I understand they don't want to be that way. They're just stuck in that rut and they don't know how to get out of it.
Right. Yeah.
And people have a hard time getting them out of it because they feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I just try to figure out how to make it better for them. I'm pretty human.
Well, I think we don't feel sorry for them because we know what to do and how to help them get over it. And so there's time, like there's a few dogs up there right now that when we clock out and leave for a few hours, there are 3 or 4 of them that start to whimper and whine. And my heart doesn't break for them when I walk out the door. I'm thinking, it's a good thing they're here. They need to have some alone time and be okay without looking at people all the time.
And they've got 10 or 12 other dogs in there or whatever. So it's not like they're alone. But they just don't have that human in their sights all the time.
And there's the dogs that have been here for 2 weeks and 4 days, and those dogs are probably telling the new dogs, dude, they'll be back in about 2 hours. You're all right. Let me take my nap.
And I hurt some people's feelings on this comment, but there's so many people get these dogs to where they have separation anxiety because the person makes all the mistakes.
Yeah.
And won't train the dog to be away from him, won't train the dog to go to the crate, won't train the dog to
And sometimes
lay in the living room while you walk in the bathroom. I mean...
And sometimes it's because the people like that the dog follows them everywhere.
They normally think it's funny when they're a puppy. They even tell their friends, my puppy followed me everywhere. And then later they're like, shit, my puppy followed me everywhere.
Yeah.
Brett, you got anything?
Nothing.
So, the peach cobbler is really good, by the way, if anybody's asking.
It is really good.
The Camden season's really good. This is a jar that didn't seal, so Jody had to make a cobbler out of them.
Bummer.
Too bad.
Can't tell her I pulled a seal off the jar. So I think that you need to announce the winner.
So, first of all, I'm just like going to have a little round of applause for everyone who participated.
It was fun.
I'm curious for all the people who did participate if you noticed a difference in your dog's behavior by the time you got to the 5th location, if your dog's sort of
Doing any better.
benefited from taking them to new places and training on them as much as you did, because quite a few people put some work in. We are later going to announce some bonus prizes for a couple people, but the main winner was like way ahead of everyone on the racetrack for number of steps is Kylie and Kojo. 109,000 steps.
That's a lot of steps.
She went to Durham City Park, Tryon Creek, Cook Park, McDonald Dunn Forest, Jackson Business Center, and then around her property.
And this is, how old is a 6-month-old pit bull, right?
I don't know how old he is.
6 months old, I think.
He's a young puppy. Yeah.
And, you know, she's been working with this pup since she got him.
She has.
And it's so fun to see this pup. I mean, she's been here for she done a 6-lesson package, I think, with it. Mm-hmm. And she got a real nice recall on her pup. She took it for a walk in the woods with us.
Oh, yeah, and she went to our place.
Yeah, set the dogs free. I mean, it's just a nice pup, but, you know, she's earned everything she has. Mm-hmm. People talk about, man, your dog was bred so nice. No. It don't matter what kind of breeding you have, you can still screw it up.
Yeah.
And now you could have a dog got a screw loose. It's like humans. But majority of the time, we're the ones that loosen them screws up and don't tighten them. So she's done a great job with her pup. And I figure it's probably a little over 25 to 6 miles that she walked with that pup. And well, it's been last week. Mm-hmm. So it's fun. It's fun to see how good she's done with him. And it'll be fun to see what everybody else done and how much improvement they've had on their dogs.
Yeah, we had a lot of really good participants. We had Astro and Luna, Lurch, Shalon and Naya. Gail, I'm guessing, hiked a pretty good amount of miles, but she didn't record her steps or submit her data. So, Gail, pish posh.
That'd be her fault, not ours.
Because she goes all over the place, but I think she was just focusing on training her dog, which is a good thing, so.
Yeah, she takes her dog around a lot.
And Bo and Tobin did a walk with their new kid, so they escorted the kid on a stroll through the park. But it was really fun to see everyone participating, see everyone training on their dog, going to new locations. Astro and Luna, or I think it was just Luna, I'll have to double check, went to Home Depot, and that's kind of a big deal for Luna.
That's a pretty big deal for either one of those dogs.
Yeah, for the people and the dogs. So it's just fun for us to see people putting in the work with
you know,
their
for me,
dogs.
I don't know. There's all kinds of different ways. Like, I talk about Goofy a lot. Mm-hmm. If anybody knows us, they've probably heard us talk about Goofy more times than one.
Yeah.
And I don't think they take him a zillion places and do a zillion things with him.
They usually take him to Shampooey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they bring him up here usually every week, and he hangs out for a day or a weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
And they come up and do the Saturday walk sometimes, and you know, they're just consistently doing something with the dog.
They are.
For me, that's one of the things that I always want people to understand. You don't have to go do this kind of stuff every day. And it's expensive for some people,
yeah,
you know, to take your dog all these places. So for the people who can do it, that's awesome. You know, it's really great. People who can't do it, you can do all kinds of stuff in your own backyard. I mean, I never took my cow dogs anywhere other than to gather cattle.
Yeah.
I mean, I never took them hiking or nothing ever hardly
to the park.
Speak of. Yeah. Once in a while, we'd take a dog camping, but not often. I mean, most time if I went camping, my dog stayed home. And back then, I cowboyed quite a bit, and we worked cows here a lot. But we didn't take them out of places. But they still had to behave. It didn't matter what we were doing or where we were. Mm-hmm. And that's what's so fun with the dogs that we have here, like Goofy and Luna and Astro. Those dogs were tough, you know, and Chance. I mean, but the owners have never gave up on their dogs.
No, yeah.
They always stuck it out, and that's the first thing you got to do to win.
Yeah.
You know, you can't ever win if you don't try.
Yeah.
And just because you try and you're not winning don't mean that you got to quit trying. You just got to try something different.
Yeah.
And for us, a lot of the dogs that we get here, we're their last chance, and people tell us that's it. Mm-hmm. You know, if we can't get them fixed, we're going to have to end up putting them down and rehome them.
Yep.
And we always take every dog that serious, so it doesn't matter how good or bad the dog is.
Yeah.
We take it that serious that we want to fix them and we want to help the owners.
Yeah.
So this thing that Bianca, or Brett, I think, is actually the one that thought about coming up with it. Good job, Brett. Brett came up with this idea. And, man, it really, Bianca took it and ran with it, and that's really fun to see. And, you know, these are the things that Brett, Bianca, and I, everybody who works here, really take a lot of pride in.
Yeah.
It's our customers and our dogs and how well they do together. And everybody here enjoys helping them, too. So there's nobody that we never want someone to come here and think that they're a burden to us or a nuisance, you know.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody who comes here. And some of the dogs that always sticks out to us is just like, the two pit bulls, Cass and Blue.
Oh, yeah.
They've been coming up here for a long time, you know, and even those dogs, I mean, most people would have gave up or got rid of one of them. And the owners have never gave up. And I don't even know that they've had any trouble with them for a while now. it's just fun to see the kind of commitment that people has and come out and fix it like Chance. You know, they had those trouble with Chance. And for a long time, and then finally, I don't even remember how now, but they heard about us, whatever, and they showed up. And now they get to take Chance for walks in town and stuff. So it's fun to see. And the lady walks Chance every day in town, I think. So it's fun to see that they do so well with him. So, Brett, you got any?
Nah.
Hey, and the Blue Healer, while ago was talking, I don't remember if you ever said where you lived at. Did
She called that.
Yeah, she called. Yeah.
Our office girl's on the mics now, so she'll call you back or something tonight or tomorrow or whatever. But yeah, it would be great if you could come down and work with your dog. And this winter, I mean, it's not going to be long either. I'm going to take off on my trip down south, so I'm pretty excited about it, and try to do some clinics down in Texas, Mississippi, and maybe Florida and Georgia, depending on how tired I get or bored or homesick and have to come home.
Somebody asked if you were coming to Idaho.
You know what? I haven't planned on that, but I've got some buddies over in Idaho, and I don't know if one of them said something about coming over or not, but I'd like to go over and check out Ty's folks' place. He moved over in Idaho, and he used to come up here. He come up a whole summer for every clinic we had, stock dog clinic, and he's from down in California, and he retired and moved to Idaho and started a little farm over there, and doing really well, it looks like. So I think that we should talk about some of our sponsors. We haven't picked on Valerie for a while with Lake Bay Labradoodles, right?
Yeah, correct.
So Valerie Lake Bay Labradoodles, she's got some nice dogs, and
She does.
we've trained a lot of them here, and we're going to do a clinic for
A doodle clinic.
a doodle clinic, and I'm feeling sick already. Not
Lake
sure about
Bay
being
Doodle
there.
Clinic is going to be
But-
Marvin's day of fun.
Yeah, we're going to do it here at our place. We're going to have, I don't know, 8 or 10 doodles, I don't know.
Yeah.
And we're pretty excited about it. It will be a lot of fun.
It will be fun.
And then some of our products we sell, we started marketing a probiotics, and we've used it for a long time. We really believe in it. So
We do.
Use it.
Yeah.
We got new vet vitamins, different ones, and
Yeah, we believe in those too.
yeah, we've got our leashes that we have custom made. We've got our pinch collars, plastic and the metal. We've got sweatshirts and hats, and what else we got?
Water bowls.
Yeah, water bowls.
Yeah,
We have a few
I
of those
like the
left.
water bowls.
So
Slip leashes.
yes, the slip leashes we use, little rope ones we use a lot. So if you need any of our products, is it all on our website now, Brett?
Yes, sir.
It is on our website, so you can go there and purchase it. We've got several videos I've made over the years, a couple books I've wrote. So if you need any of our products, all you got to do is jump on our website.
Yeah.
We keep threatening to write a book on trained dogs, but I could do 10,000 pages and still not cover it all.
Well, we need
know.
to start because
Yeah. It's just so much. I mean, everybody got to see how I bounce around just talking about dog training. Can you imagine trying to write down what I say and make it in an order?
I wouldn't do it.
I tried to do that with the podcast.
Yeah. It just gets a little bit crazy, a little bit hectic. So I couldn't.
You know, I
imagine.
will compliment you though because like before
Really?
when
This is on.
when
air.
Brett would tell you to make a short video, it would be like 1 minute and 59 seconds, 2 minutes and 36 seconds, and then you'd be like, yo, is that fast enough? And TikTok is advising we do like 7-second videos, and you've been doing it.
Yeah, it's easy now.
It's like, Marvin, please, dog,
I want to start cutting out Martin for dog teacher. I'm going to let you guess who I am. You should know if you're on the site.
That one customer, Mickey, who said her whole family now just calls it Marvin Pierce Dog Teacher.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't say Marvin Pierce Dog Teacher. They call it
one
Marvin
word.
Pierce. Oh, you're going to Marvin Pierce Dog Teacher?
Yeah, it makes it easier. So, and that's always because I'm rushed in everything I do around
Oh,
here.
whatever.
Like,
You
hurry up,
said
take
it like
your ass
that
out. Hurry
before.
up, feed the chickens.
No,
Hurry up, feed the cows. Hurry
for
up, feed the
2
horses.
years you have said, hello, Marvin Pierce Dog Teacher.
Right.
Hey, it's Marvin,
Yeah.
Marvin, Green Dog Teacher.
So I think that it is, like I said, that it doesn't matter what dog comes in here, except little dogs. I don't like little dogs, but I try to push them
Well.
off on Bianca.
Yeah.
Today it backfired. I give her a nice corgi, and I got a pet bull that wanted to try to eat me.
Yeah, it did
It wasn't a
backfire.
very good trade.
Yeah.
Although she did get the
Yeah.
corgi to quit.
You
trying to eat
really
dog.
like the little brown dog Ziggy.
Yeah, Ziggy's fun too. I got to do less with Ziggy.
He only
this year.
threatens to bite you.
Yeah, he hasn't bit me yet.
Yeah.
I think he has owners though. He's put a few marks on him.
Yeah. His teeth have touched me. I think we're into double digits now.
Yeah.
But no blood.
I told him yesterday he touched you like twice. Or the day before yesterday, me and you was working with him.
Yeah. Yeah. He just. And let's go.
But he was the one that when he bites you, it's gonna hurt.
It is going to hurt.
Them long ass
I think he
needles.
won't let go if he
No,
bites
they're
you.
just gonna go in. And you're
Yeah.
gonna rip, and that's
Yeah.
gonna hurt.
I know.
So
He's got
sometimes-
like this much self-restraint though.
Yeah, that's sometimes the difference between nipping and getting bit. Is whether you move your hand or not.
Exactly.
Jody,
Yeah.
that cobbler was mighty fine.
It was very good.
Oh, did you show him what your dinner was?
No, we
Carrie
ate
was
it.
pretty upset. She texted me.
Uh-oh.
That was the peaches that I canned.
I know, I told her
Carrie,
it's the
you
one
can
that seal
always
broke.
come to Facebook Live.
I know, Carrie,
You just
welcome
need to
every week.
text us ahead of time.
Yeah, or if you're
She
here,
could have ate tonight.
if you're here digging ditches, just tell us you want to eat and stay hang out.
Yep.
It's not a problem.
So,
Is she here tomorrow?
she's here in the morning, I know.
Okay, Carrie,
Oh,
there
go
will
dig
be
this.
cobbler for you.
She's probably asleep now. It's past
Yeah,
7.
it's past her bedtime. No, 9 minutes.
Yeah. So I think that, Brett, you got anything?
Nothing.
Bianca, you got anything?
No.
For me, I just think that people should, when they leash train on their dogs, they should make their dogs behave.
No matter where you're at, and even if they are excited to see people, excited to go to the dog park, excited to go into Petco,
Or you walk by a dog.
they still have to behave on the leash. Even if your dog doesn't get in trouble, they can get in trouble if they don't stay on a loose leash, pay attention to where you're going,
Yeah.
and have a calm state
Today
of
I was so proud. There was like, what, 10 or 12 dogs there, and only one dog, Chance, pulled on a leash when the little puppy came by.
Yeah, the puppy was hard for Chance.
Yeah, and the only reason Chance pulled on the leash because Mommy got tensed and tightened her leash just a little bit before the pup got there.
Yeah.
If she wouldn't done that, her dog wouldn't have pulled on a leash, I don't think.
Yeah.
But it was amazing how many dogs did good. They
Yeah.
didn't even go out there. And I let the pup go right up to some dogs. And the dogs are like, no, dude, you ain't get me in trouble.
Yeah.
I'll just go behave. So it's really fun to see. But I think we need to get off here and go turn some dogs out.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's you and I tonight. You don't have no help.
Correct.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. And we'll see y'all next week. Have a great evening. Good job on everybody with the dog competition.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks for listening to the Marvin Pierce Dog Teacher Podcast. If you found this information helpful, we suggest following even more of our dog training tips and resources on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search Marvin